눈물 나온다. 씨, 웃겨가지고, 씨.
자, 이렇게 진짜.
형이는 우리 위층팀이.
어쩔 수 없다.
위층팀이 잘했지,
야, 상혁이 있다.
페이크.
유일하게. 니는 항상 이보다 많잖아.
그래? 나보다 형이야? 나 동생이지.
Hello everyone. Welcome back to Jikook Diaries channel. ARMY, there was one small moment that may have only lasted a few seconds, but its impact was truly heart-fluttering. A moment that happened so naturally, so genuine, that it made thousands of fans immediately say, they're doing it again. In the latest episode of Run BTS, cameras captured something unplanned, uncontrived, and impossible to hide. Amidst the laughter, games, and chaos typical of variety shows, Jungkook suddenly reached for Jimin's hand in a way so gentle it seemed like a reflex, like an instinct, as if he wanted to reassure him of one simple thing, that Jimin was safe by his side. And from that moment, the internet exploded. There was no long dialogue, no dramatic confession, just one small touch, a caring handshake, that had armies around the world touched, smiling, and even holding back tears. Because for many, that moment was more than just ordinary skinship. It's a symbol of the closeness, comfort, and emotional bond that has grown over the years between the two BTS members, who are always seen looking out for each other. And today, we'll be taking a second look at that moment to understand why a simple handshake could make the entire fandom fall in love with Jikook's story all over again. When the latest episode of Run BTS began, the atmosphere was already full of energy. The BTS members were relaxed, joking around, and ready to face the challenges the production team had prepared. As usual, their laughter filled the room, creating a warm and intimate atmosphere, something that has been a hallmark of the show since its inception. But amidst all the excitement, there was one dynamic that always caught viewers' attention: the interaction between Jungkook and Jimin. Over the years, their relationship has evolved from mere bandmates to two best friends who seem incredibly close, even without words. They often tease each other, laugh at each other, and seek each other out in the crowd. And in this episode, that chemistry resurfaced in a very subtle way. At first, everything seemed normal. The members were huddled together, listening to instructions for the next game. The camera panned from one face to another, capturing their expressions of curiosity and enthusiasm. Jimin stood slightly in front, focused on the staff's explanation, while Jungkook stood right next to him. They were very close, only a few centimeters apart. Nothing unusual at the time. Until suddenly, things got a little chaotic. The members began moving together, trying to position themselves according to the rules of the game. In the small crowd, Jimin seemed a little pushed by the movement of the people around him. And that's where the moment happened. Without hesitation, without looking at the camera, Jungkook immediately reached for Jimin's hand. The movement was quick, but gentle. His hand covered Jimin's with care, as if to say, "I'm here." There was no drama, no exaggerated expression, just a natural reflex, a spontaneous action born of caring. What made this moment so touching was Jungkook's expression afterward. His face looked calm, focused, even a little protective. He didn't grip tightly, but firmly enough to ensure Jimin wouldn't be pulled away. And Jimin didn't pull his hand away. Instead, he looked at ease. He kept his hand in Jungkook's, as if it were a perfectly normal thing for them. As if the touch wasn't something to question, because it was already part of their daily relationship. A few seconds later, the camera zoomed in on them, and that's where the small detail that touched MY even more became apparent. Jungkook's thumb moved slightly, gently stroking Jimin's hand. A small gesture, but full of meaning. Many fans immediately noticed it. They replayed the clip over and over again, trying to confirm if what they saw was real. And each time, the same reaction emerged. A wide smile, a warm feeling in their chests, and a phrase that kept repeating itself on social media. He really cared for her. The moment may have only lasted a few seconds, but its impact was felt far longer. Because for ARMY, the relationship between Jungkook and Jimin isn't just about the cute interaction on screen. It's about the long journey they've taken together, from young trainees full of dreams to global superstars known around the world. Throughout that journey, they've supported each other, protected each other, and become each other's home. And the little handshake in this episode of Run BTS feels like a reminder despite the passage of time. Their bond remains the same. Still warm, still genuine, still strong. ARMY reactions were swift. Social media was immediately filled with comments, theories, and in-depth analysis of the moment. Many fans said that Jungkook's actions seemed like a natural reflex of someone who deeply cared. Others said that the way he held Jimin showed a sense of responsibility, a desire to protect someone important to him. Some fans even compared this moment to previous instances where Jungkook had also been seen spontaneously helping or protecting Jimin in certain situations. For example, when they were walking through a crowded airport, and Jungkook automatically positioned himself near Jimin, making sure he didn't get separated from the group. Or when they were on stage, and Jungkook quickly grabbed Jimin's hand to help him maintain his balance. All of these moments had one thing in common: genuine care. And that's what made ARMY feel their relationship so special. Not because of the big drama, not because of the romantic words, but because of the consistent, small actions. In a world full of cameras and public pressure, a simple act like holding someone's hand can have profound meaning. It shows trust, a sense of security, and a sense of comfort that can't be faked. For many fans, this moment also served as proof that despite being global idols with busy schedules and enormous responsibilities, Jungkook and Jimin still maintain their closeness as ordinary human beings. Two best friends who look out for each other in the midst of crowds. And perhaps that's why this small moment felt so emotional. Because behind all their success and popularity, they were still the two people who held hands when things got crowded. Still the two people who sought each other out in a crowd. Still the two people who felt most comfortable standing side by side. And for ARMY, seeing that was a reminder that a genuine relationship doesn't always require big words. Sometimes, a small touch is enough to say everything. ARMY, what do you think of this moment? Did you feel the same way when you saw Jungkook gently holding Jimin's hand on that episode of Run BTS? Because honestly, small moments like this are the reasons so many people fall in love with their dynamic. Not because of the hype, not because of the rumors, but because of the sincerity that's evident even in simple moments. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next Jikook moment that might make our hearts flutter again. Because one thing is for sure, every time they're together, there's always a new story that makes us smile. And who knows, in the next episode of Run BTS, we might see another sweet moment that will once again make the whole ARMY say, "They did it again."